Here, this is Cookie here, coming for you live, for reading the Bible. And they said unto him, Where is Sarah thy wife? And he said, Behold, that in the tent. And he said, I will certainly return unto thee according to the time of life. And lo, Sarah thy wife shall have a son. And Sarah heard it in the tent door which was behind him. Now Abraham and Sarah were old and were well stricken in age, and ceased to be with Sarah, and after the manner of women. Therefore Sarah laughed within herself, saying, After I am waxed old, shall I have pleasure, my Lord being old also? And the Lord said unto Abraham, Wherefore did Sarah laugh, saying, Shall I of a certainty bear a child, which am old? Is anything too hard for the Lord? At the time appointed I will return unto thee according to the time of life, and Sarah shall have a son. Therefore then Sarah denied, saying, I laughed not, for she was afraid. And she said, Nay, but thou didst laugh. And the man rose up from thence and looked in, and then the man rose up from thence and looked towards Sodom, and Abraham went with them to bring them on the way. And the Lord said, Shall I hide from Abraham that thing which I do? Seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him. For I know him, but that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of the Lord to do justice and judgment, that the Lord may bring upon Abraham and that which he hath spoken of him. And the Lord said, Because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous, I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it which is come unto me, and if not, I will know. And the men turned their faces from thence and went towards Sodom, but Abraham stood yet before the Lord. And Abraham drew near and said, Wilt thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked? Peradventure there be 50 righteous within the city. Wilt thou also destroy and not spare the space for the 50 righteous that are therein? That be far from thee to do after this manner, to slay the righteous with the wicked, and that the righteous should be as the wicked. That be far from thee. Shall not the judge of all the earth do right? And the Lord said, If I found in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will spare all the places for their sakes. And Abraham answered and said, Behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord, which am but dust as ashes. Peradventure there shall be lack 5 of the 50 righteous. Wilt thou destroy all the cities for lack of 5? And he said, If I find the 35, I will not destroy it. And he spake unto him yet again, and said, Peradventure there shall be 40 found there. And he said, I will not do it for 40's sake. And he said unto him, Oh, Let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak. Peradventure there shall 30 be found there. And he said, I will not do it, if I find 30 there. And he said, Behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord. Peradventure there shall be 20 found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 20's sake. And he said, Oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak yet but this once. Peradventure 10 shall be found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 10's sake. And the Lord went his way as soon as he had left communing with Abraham, and Abraham returned unto his place. Chapter 19. And there came two angels to Sodom at evening, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face towards the ground. And he said, Behold, now my Lord turns in, I pray you, unto your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early, and go on your ways. And they said, Nay, but we will abide in the street all night. And he pressed it upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him, and entered into his house. And he made them a feast, and they baked unleavened bread, and they did eat. But before they lay down, the man of the city, even the man of Sodom, compassed the house around, both old and young, all the people from every square quarter. And they called unto Lot, and said unto him, Where are the men which came into thee these night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. And Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after them. And he said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. Behold, now I have 2 daughters which have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing, for therefore came they under the shadow of my roof. And they said, Stand back. And they said again, This one fellow came into Jerusalem, and he will needs be a judge. Now we will deal worse with thee than with them. And they pressed sore upon the man, and even Lot, and came near to break the door. But the men put forth their hand, and pulled Lot into the house up to them, and shut to the door. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find the door. And the man said unto Lot, Hast thou here any besides sons-in-law, and thy sons, and thy daughters, and whoever thou hast in the city? Bring them out of this place, for we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of the Lord, and the Lord has sent us to destroy it. And Lot went out and spake unto his sons-in-law, which married his daughters, and said, Up, get you out of this place, for the Lord will destroy this city. But he seemed as one of that mocked unto his son-in-laws. And when the morning arose, Then the angels hasted Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wives, and the 2 daughters which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. And while he lingered, the man laid hold upon his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of 2 daughters. The Lord being merciful unto him, and they brought him forth and set him without the city. And that'll be it for today. This is Goku signing off. Kami, 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 Kami. Ah!